Well, you join me today lounging in the back of the Land Cruiser because I have the interior stripped out at the back here. My seats are removed and my drawer system is removed because I need to get in to replace the fuel filter that's sitting in the tank. Now, this car had full service history when I bought it, but I would bet both bollocks that that fuel filter hasn't been changed in a long time. So let's get a look and see just how filthy it is, and I'll walk you through how I get to the fuel filter and what the job is like. Maybe we'll learn something along the way. Let's get to it. 14mm for the seat. Which gives me access under here. I better pull some side trim there. That's broken. Standard. I'm going to have to pull both chairs. I'm just trying to get to the fuel pump here. I'm going to need to pull both seats. I didn't want to do that. I think we can safely say that they've never been removed. Yuck. These screws are very old and have probably never been out, so I'm just giving them a wee induction heat just to give them the best chance of releasing. Here's a proper test. The DJI again, the Power 1000. That's a 1000-watt induction heater. Fortunately, it's only outputting 200 watts. Okay, get it in here and try and anti-seize that bolt. Oh, it's using more now. 400. Right, get that good and hot. Do the next one. Let's give me the best chance of easing these off without going too heavy duty. An interesting bit of archaeology there. Looks like someone changed that filter at 80k. So 130,000 miles ago. Full service history, my ass. Fortunately, these can just be prized off. Prized? Prison? Pros? Use a screwdriver and that little tab slides back and that allows you to remove the hose and spill diesel everywhere. That's the next part. And you should be able to just fill that up. Hopefully it's not going to spill diesel everywhere. No, didn't spill a single drop. I like that. The other one. One drop, but very good. Now I've got access to get my induction heater in for the other ones. Now I've got some diesel in the area, fantastic. I'll try not to set that on fire and I'll induction heater those remaining screws and see if I can get them off easily. Right, we're almost there. Remember folks, 6-pointed, not 12. And I'm going to need my headphones because this new tool is loud. And by the way, reminder, this is why we're here. We just want to replace this filter. By the way, I should point out, I very nearly took a Phillips screwdriver to that and then realised it was an 8mm nut. That would have been a big mistake. Thought I'd be able to leave that clip on, but looks like it's got to come off. Gently does it with the pliers because I don't want to smash that clip. I've got a 5-pin plug. Let's see what we're working with. I'll write my new mileage on that. I think I'm at 205. Let's see what we got in here. Gently does it. Try not to snag any of my electrics. And I'm gonna wheek this outside. So that's not the worst I've seen, but oh goodness, that's not ideal. Yeah, that's not great. So let's get that popped off there, if it'll allow us. Never done one of these before. Okay. Oh, that's like, it feels like rubbery, gummy almost. Anyway, I'm glad that's not in there anymore. Do you know, I bought this filter like 4 years ago. I bought this for the first Land Cruiser. I just never put it on. Never got around to it. This is my before and after. That's probably a thumbnail too. Cool, that's what we're swapping on. So it's just a simple push fit on. Get the click. There, that was minor. Cool, done. And that 120 odd thousand miles, 125,000. Let's have a gratuitous zoom in on the gunk that's in there. That looks like metal particles. That's very gummy. Tiny little bits of red plastic, and that's what's in 120,000 miles worth of fuel filter. This is why I have trust issues. So this is apparently a full service history car, but I get to the fuel filter in the tank, 80,000, not 200,000 or whatever. This has got 205 now. But here's a little before and after. That is what the pump is like now. Little bits of plastic, little bits of metal, lots of dust and dirt. And there's the new one that's going in the tank. This is maybe 45 minutes worth of work to swap for the part number 77023 60030. But look at the state of it. 125,000 miles that's done. And it's all gummy, full of metal pieces. This is why I have trust issues. Full service history just seems to be a lie. This is why I do everything myself. Okay, pump back in. Get that cover on. I've scribbled on it 205k because it's done 205,000 now. Just before I plug in my cables, I'm gonna get some of these trickier screws into position first before I put the cables down. Look at the state of that, absolutely bogging. I am shocked. Also, before I put these screws in, as I often do, I'm gonna give it a bit of lithium moly grease, just because I have a little tub of it. And because it costs me almost nothing, apart from some finger dirt, just to get a little bit of grease on each screw before I put it back in. Like I did with the seat bolts, for example, and it makes a world of difference getting them on and off. So let's face it, the next person to come in here and do this job is almost certainly going to be me. Right, here we go. Piecing this back together now. And I'm using the stubby ratchet, which I can't remember which one of you christened this the wee laddie, but that is what it shall ever be known as. One of you did that, and it's now in my head. It's the wee laddie. Done. Okay. Put that the right way round. There's a unique and interesting idea. Right. I will see you, my little friend. I will see you in about 50,000 miles, I reckon. Oh, and for those of you that are screaming at the screen, I have just realised that I didn't put in my little yellow clips on the hoses. Fortunately, I realised before I tightened everything up and put my seats back in. You can stop screaming at your screen now. I have noticed. Oh, it's fiddly. Or, as we would say in Scotland, we would say it was footery. It's a good Scottish word for you. It's footery. I think I'll just hold down one end of it so that I can get get the angle of the dangle right, and then just push it home. There. We're clipped in now. That's more like it. Right, back in the car. I haven't put my drawers back in yet, or my seats. That was more straightforward than I expected. I didn't encounter any rusty or seized bolts. I can't say I'm surprised that it hasn't been serviced in 125,000 miles. I've got massive trust issues when it comes to full service history. I just don't believe it. That's why normally I do the work myself, because at least I know when a part has been changed rather than being lied to. I just got trust issues. I hope you enjoyed that video. Maybe you learned something. That is honestly like, a 1 or 2 banana job. It's not particularly difficult. I reckon you could do that in 45 minutes to an hour. An 8mm bolt, a Phillips screwdriver, a 14mm nut to get the seats removed, and a 10mm nut to remove the side pieces, because you've got to take the sides off to peel the carpet back. But other than that, it's a straightforward job. So if you found that useful, I do hope that helps. Let me encourage you to go and change your fuel filter that's in the tank. The part itself only costs a few quid, and then some time, maybe an hour. So if you enjoyed the video, if you found it useful, please do hit like and subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks everyone for watching. I do appreciate the follows and everyone's support in the comments below. Stay safe, make good decisions if you can, and I will see you in another video very soon. Thanks everyone. Bye. Let's get these seats back in, huh?